Hey everybody, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. I've just got my water here. I had my coffee this morning. But I could use a cup. I'm really tired. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Some things took longer than I anticipated to finish, so but we're all good. If you're here, say hello. I'd love to chat with you. I'm just kind of getting my scraps off the work surface here. I almost took a picture of it so I could show you what it looks like when I am doing this. I don't know if my camera... Hi, Stace. Oh, a Diet Dr. Pepper sounds so good. Wonder if we have any of those. Bruce likes Diet Dr. Peppers, so we sometimes have those. That sounds so good. I'm usually a Diet Coke person, but hi Stephanie. I was running a little late. The card today, I got started on it and I didn't think it would take as long as it took me. Hi Loopy. Happy Wednesday. I'm just getting, like I said, all my little scraps out of the way. Do you guys make a huge mess when you're crafting? I do. Hi, Kat. No, you didn't miss me. I'm just running a little late. I wanted to print something off before I jumped on here, and so I sacrificed being late. I'm going to pull up my trash can here, ladies, and you're getting the real world, my real life here. I'm going to just get rid of all of these scraps. I did a lot of die cutting for our project today, and you know how that leaves the little extra things. So let me see if my camera is not even plugged in. I jumped here so quickly that I did not plug my camera in. We're going to say a little prayer that she works. Oh, Stephanie's desk is a mess. Well, mine is a mess. Oh, no, it's not real straight. There we go. That works. Okay. And am I in the corner? Did it automatically do the corner thing? It did. Huh. Okay. So, before we make our card, which is really cute, and I've been wanting to do one of these for a long time, and the 24-hour stamp sale incentivized me to make it because I was trying to think my favorite floral stamp sets in the annual catalog, starting at Midnight Tonight Mountain, I believe, and all till midnight tomorrow. Every stamp set in the annual catalog is 15% off. The host sets are excluded. And you can go here and click on the shop tab and it will show you that there'll be a link for the sale and all of that. But this is my favorite, well, one of my favorite. I have a couple favorites, but the art gallery stamp set, I chose it because it's going to work really well with my card today. My other favorite is the pen, but I didn't think it would work. Where is it at? I'll look at back here. Here are the coordinating dies to the art gallery stamp set, and I used this die today and this die in the project. And I did a lot of die cutting. You'll see. You'll see what I did in just a second because I wanted to share my other favorite floral stamp set. I should have just pulled it off the shelf. That would have made more sense. I thought it was called Penned Flowers. There it is. page 107. And I really wanted to use this stamp set here, but you'll see why I chose the one I did. Here is the card. Anyway, don't forget about that sale. And I know a couple of you are demonstrators on here. This 15% off will include, that is in addition to your already 20 or 25% discount that you get as a demonstrator. So whoop whoop. So I've got a long list. There are several stamp sets that I want to grab. So I'll be sending an email out too to remind you if you're on my mailing list with more information and links. Okay, I think we made this last week or the week before. It's a floating card. And this was more of a simplified version of the floating card. You see how the circle appears to be just floating on the top of the card. I wanted to try it with flowers. So this is the one I made. Oh, Stephanie's got all of her friends coming over tomorrow and they're all ordering. You're having a Stamptastic party. That's what Stampin' Up's calling it, Stamptastic. So yay. That was a great idea, Stephanie. And Kat has her list ready too. She's going to go broke after tomorrow. Hi, Carol. Anyway, this is the card. It's a floating card, and you can see the background is floating. I'm worried that it's a little overwhelming, and maybe I should have put a round die cut for my sentiment to cover a little bit of it up, but after I did all that work, I didn't want to cover anything up. And I'm going to show you how I did it. We're going to do some paper piecing as well. Oh, Stephanie's got celebration rewards she's going to use. I might wait until the spring catalog pre-order comes out at what is it called? On Stage Local or whatever. I'll be going to that in November, and I got to check the dates and make sure, but I might use my celebration rewards for that pre-order because I'm excited to see that new catalog. If you're a demonstrator, we have 2 events every year in the spring in April, and then in the fall in November we have events, and this will be our first live event since you know what. So it'll be really fun. I'm going to go to Texas for mine. Anyway, enough of that. This card, I'm going to show you some paper piecing. I keep saying that. They expire the 15th. Yeah, I think that, anyway, I think our meeting is that weekend. So I think I'll have time. I think I'll have time. If not, I will use it. I will not let those expire. Okay, I have a card base of 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it at 4 1/4. This is thick Whisper White. Actually, it's thick Basic White. Whisper White was replaced with Basic White. And I like to do my card bases when I can with the thicker cardstock because this top front of the card is going to be kind of heavy once we add everything onto it. So it's kind of nice to have a substantial backing. And what I did, here's the stamp set. I'm going to use this image with several different colors. So I've got my image, and also this is photopolymer, so I'm going to use my paper piercing mat. I don't know if it's necessary, but I think you get a crisper image sometimes when you have a little cushion under that. It probably depends on your surface, your work surface. My husband's having a sneezing attack in his office across the hall. If you all are hearing a lot of sneezing. This is Garden Green, And I would normally not do this, but since I'm going to do the paper piecing, I can. So what I did is I did 6 of these, and I've done this already ahead of time so you guys wouldn't have to sit here and watch me do all the stamping. I stamped 6 stems in the garden green. Now let me grab my chamois. And then I stamped, I'm going to do crushed curry. I decided to use fall colors to make it more fallish. I should have pulled out some of my samples using that stamp set. I have some really pretty samples. Maybe I'll show them on the Facebook page a little later. Now my dog's making a nest on the floor. We've got all kinds of noises going on, y'all. Okay, I'm going to do this because it'll save paper. I only need these blooms. I don't need the stem because we're going to cut everything apart. Oops. Got my baby wipe over here. So I've got my ink pads too close together. I'm going to just stamp them down here and do a partial so I don't waste so much paper. See how the stamp is kind of does its own shadowing? It could be because of my stamp pad too, but I like it. I like that look. Okay, and now I'm going to do one in Cajun Craze. You just have to make sure you've got it on your paper good enough to die cut those petals out. And then I'm going to do pumpkin pie, and I just re-inked this, so it's going to be cray-cray. Okay, so I did 6 of the stems. I did 2 each of the colors. So you'll have 6 sets of blooms, if that makes sense. We just needed enough to cover the front of our card. Okay, and then I die cut them out. I'm not going to make you watch me die cut all of that out. I went ahead and did that before y'all got here. That was one of the reasons I was a little late. We can put our inks all away. Okay, here are my 6 stems. Like I said, I would, well, it would be different to leave them all green like that. And then I've got my little, here's my crushed curry, my pumpkin pie, and my Cajun Craze. And then I just need my paper snips, and I'm going to just snip away. And what I'm doing is just cutting these petals apart from each other. And it was very easy to do. I just kind of followed the lines. And then where the little stem met the petal, I kind of had to go up and around. Yeah, Kat, I think you're right. It's very busy. It's very busy. So maybe on this last one, this second one, I will try that. Okay, I'm going to take this one. When I was cutting out all those flowers to cover the front, I didn't realize that it was going to be so busy, and probably because I used all the different colors. I'm going to do this really quick, y'all, and then we will put the card together. Once we do all this, the card is really fast to put together. See how I'm just kind of following the lines? Whoops. And if it looks weird, you can kind of trim it out a little bit. And then if there's a stem there, I'm kind of cutting it out. That one right there. And then we'll do a pumpkin pie. I kind of wanted to have this done before y'all came on, but we can sit here and chat. There's nothing coming up, really, is there? In Stampin' Up! News, we've got so many events going on now, it's kind of hard to keep track of it all. We've got our 24-hour stamp set sale tomorrow, the Stamptacular, which I am most excited about at this point, because every stamp set, excluding host sets, in the annual catalog are on sale. We've also got our weekly deals that came out yesterday or today. I can't ever remember the date. I think it came out yesterday, the 14th. So when you go on my site, click on leslie.stampinup.net and click on shop. It'll take you there, and there will be a link to the weekly deals. So if there's anything on there that you like, that's kind of nice to get your 15% off your stamp sets, and then grab some of those weekly deals while you're there. Okay, Wednesday's an overlap day. Stephanie knows all the news. So if you shop on Wednesday, you get both weeks, I guess. Is that the case, Stephanie? Stephanie is on the same team as I am. She is, our upline is Angie Judah. Angie just had a grandbaby yesterday, and I am dying to see pictures. I haven't really been on Facebook, so I don't know if she's posted any yet. But her first grandbaby came yesterday, or this morning, or sometime. My days run all together. Let's put that one there. And we have a great team. Angie does a good job with all of us. You can be as involved as you want, as little or as much as you want. But there's always something to do, which is fun. Let's see. This one. So if you've ever thought about joining Stampin' Up, I would be happy to give you some more information about that. Just private message me or comment below, and I'll reach out to you and we can get in contact. I have been doing Stampin' Up! For 10 years. So it is fun. And I'm so happy that we're getting back together in person for events, because that is even more fun. You also get a discount. What else do we get? We get this one's going to be all yellow. Thank you, Kathy. we get to preview things, like we will get the holiday or the spring catalog on in November and be able to order out of it a month ahead of y'all in December. And it will also be Celebration again. I'm going to turn these around a little bit. I'm going to cut these little ones off of here. So there are definitely perks. I think the discount being the biggest one. You can make money at it, but that is your choice. It's not a requisite or requirement. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I spend all my earnings. That's what you got to be careful about. But it pays for my hobby, that's for sure. Okay, there we go. That'll work. I try to include every color in here. I'm missing one of my little flowers. Oh, here it is, I bet. Kat is a hobby demonstrator. She's her best customer. Yes. Wow, Stephanie, you've been for 13 years. That's awesome. There is a quarterly minimum that is not, in my opinion, very hard to. My sister asked, "Is there minimum monthly or quarterly order?" There is a quarterly order to remain active. It is $300. So it's basically, I like to think of it as about $100 a month, or do it all at once. And the more you purchase at a time, with the $150 order, you get Hostess gifts. Hostess, you can choose free stuff. So if you did your quarterly order all at once, you'd get some free things. Anyway, if you'd like to discuss it, I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Okay, now I'm doing the paper piercing. So you saw what I did. I cut out all of those petals to fit on the stem. So now I'm just adhering them on here. This was a little overkill, but I thought it was so pretty, using the different colors on the petals. And then I will get a die cut to put in the middle, and we'll see, we can vote which way we like it. I meant to have a lot of these done, but as you can see, this is a special card for a special someone. They must be very card worthy to receive this one. Oh, I always call them card worthy. They get one of these cards that took extra effort and time. They are very card worthy. Stephanie, you would be card worthy because you would appreciate all the work. card makers appreciate. They're like, wow, look what they did. I haven't done a long live in a while, so I think it's okay once in a while that I go a little overboard. If you don't have time to watch the whole thing, come back later and watch the replay. And it's always on YouTube later. I think it stays on the page too. If you just look at the videos on my page, the Plaid Poodle on Facebook, and click on videos, it'll be there too. And it'll be on my blog, theplaidpoodle.com. Lots of places. Okay, now all the hard work's done. Now we get to do the fun part. I haven't done paper piecing in a long time. It's been kind of fun. Okay, so now we have 6 of those. Here's our sample card. I am going to take my card base here. And kind of arrange my flowers or my stems however they will fit. Got a little glue on my hands. I kind of don't like that green stem right in the middle, but if we put a tag over it, that might be okay. This is what took me the longest time when I was making the sample. Because I was being a little persnickety about everything. I don't understand what you mean, Stephanie. A way to die cut a circle or some shape out of the center. Oh yeah, yes, I've seen that done too. I'll show you that what she's talking about here in a minute. I considered that. I did consider that. And if we wanted to, we could cut some of these stems off too, which I think I'm going to cut this one off. It's in my way. There we go. I think I'll cut this leaf off. My fingers have a little bit of glue on them, so that's lovely. Okay, and I think I'll cut this one off. There we go. And if you'll notice on this one, I made several little extras of those little blooms to fill in the empty spaces. I'm going to go like this because we're going to put a sentiment right there and cover up that big spot. And I think I'm going to cut this off. What is going on with that? I think I have glue on my scissors. Something. There we go. I think I'm going to be happy with that. And then I'll probably put a couple of those smaller things there. Now this is how I did this. I did my old press and seal trick. Because I've got it how I want it. I'm going to gently pull that up. Oops. And then I just use dimensionals everywhere. My sister asking about the minimums. She's in Canada. Stacy, you're in Canada. But we always have our meetings together, like you could choose to come to Texas for the meeting. You're considered North America. Okay. I think what I did also is these leaves needed a little bit. So I'm going to, they got to be flopping around. I'm going to put a mini dimensional on here. I know there's some meetings in November in the north. There's probably some in Canada. There's one in Minneapolis. I've been to Minneapolis before for a meeting, but I think who I'm traveling with, we just thought in November, let's go somewhere where we might not have snow or anything. Now, was that the top? This was the top. So then I just went like this, right over the top of that. And I was, oh, you guys, you have to take these off. Oh, I cracked myself up. You have to take the little backing papers off for it to work. There's so many. I wish years ago we had a live meeting here in Kansas City. It seems to me we're right in the middle of the country that it would be nice to schedule one here. Seems like it's always Texas. Whoa, okay. There, I got them all off. Okay, now what Stephanie was saying is you could put this on a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock, and let's pretend we did. Then you could cut your circle out and have your sentiment right there on your card base. You'd have a little thing. I hope that made sense. All right, here we go again. Let's give this another go. Yeah, that works a little better. Stephanie remembers the millions of dimensionals. I have just been wanting to try this with florals forever. And when we made this one, that kind of got me motivated to try it with florals. Whoa. Okay. Now I'm going to take my long-handled scissors and just trim off the edges. And I just follow the line of the card. With my scissors. There we go. Okay. Now, what I would do now, we're going to put a tag right here, so that's not going to matter, but I would make several of these smaller stems. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tune in later and I'll show you, and fill those blank spaces in. Stacy likes the fall colors. That's what I have always used, kind of spring colors with this. So I was excited to try some more regal colors. Okay, so let's see the stamp set. These are very small sentiments. So I think what I'm going to do is grab a different set. How about, excuse me, I've got this Hello Harvest just sitting out on my desk because we were working with that last week and I haven't put it back on the shelf. So I think I will put this right there. Wishing you the loveliest day. And I think I'll just use some Memento ink on that. And I've got a little paper right here. On this one, I heat embossed white embossing powder. But I'm not going to do that on this one. Oops. I am just going to, oh, this one's seen better days. I think if I stamp it up top, we'll be okay. I never think I'm going to have enough ink, so I always overdo it. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you I cracked myself up? Here we go. I think this will be perfect for this card. Thank you for the suggestion, Kat. I was thinking that after I did this one, I was thinking, man, this is a little busy. You can hardly see the sentiment. So that was a great suggestion. Okay. And I think this is going to fit in the mini. It really is, isn't it? the perfect sentiment and perfect tag. And I am just going to, you all think we should do it on a different color? I wonder if we did it on a piece of crushed curry. Don't look in my closet. I'll show you how I store my scraps. I have 4 boxes, one for each color family, and so after I cut into an 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12, I put the extra, I don't know, maybe pumpkin pie. I'm just thinking that white is also getting lost. Stephanie, you don't think I need to put it on a colored sheet? Here, I'll just do it one more time and we'll see. Let's see, I'll let you all vote. Trim the white one and die cut a color tag to layer. Oh, that's a good idea. Do, 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 do. Or we could just have like a shadow behind it a little bit. We'll try it both ways and see what you guys think. I said not to look in my closet because the other day I got something from up top and everything fell. So you probably can't see the floor from there. So the floor needs attention. Okay, there it is with the pumpkin pie tag. Here it is with the white. Now I'm going to make like a little shadow banner for it. Okay. And we could just kind of do it like this. Gives it just a little bit of something, something. What do you guys think? We'll call this option number 1. I'll let you all vote. Option number 2. And here's option number 3. I won't tell you which one I like the best. I would stack this a little better, but kind of like that. So it's got a little bit of a color behind it. Cat likes just the plain, so we got 1 for 2. 1 for 3. Stephanie, I didn't give us a 4th. You are so funny. I need a tiebreaker. Somebody else vote. Her way. What was your way? This way? You had the idea with the oh, you want me to trim down the tag. I am not going to do that because I would be afraid. I'm not as good as you are. Trim the white. You mean like under the oh, that makes me so nervous. but I will do it. I need a better pair of scissors. These have glue on them. But wouldn't you know, I can't find an extra set. Okay, use the pumpkin. Good, because I'm too nervous about trimming that. There we go. I think that's cute. That was my favorite. So I'm doing what I wanted to do. I wonder what would happen if we... No, that wouldn't work. If we cut another one and had one at the bottom and one at the top. Let's try that. Of course, I can't find any pumpkin pie scraps. So I'm going to have to grab a sheet. There might be some over here. I've been playing with the pumpkin pie a lot. Woo-hoo. This is the most discombobulated Facebook Live, but I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys are. Okay, let's try this. And then it's got a whole little thing going on back there. That's what I think I'm going to do. We used to do this with label punches all the time. Yes, the old way of layering. Yeah, I remember doing this with label punches all the time. I might trim up my tail. See how I've got like a third little thing there? I'm going to trim that off. Better do it this way. There we go. Now it's got like a little frame around it. And then we can just put a couple, maybe just one. I don't know what's going on in the other portion. There we go. I like that. So there's the first one, and there's the one with the bigger thing. And like I said, I'll probably come in here and make some more of these smaller blooms to kind of fill in the empty spaces. Thank you, girls, for coming. It was fun. I hope you had a good time. Thanks for all your input. I needed some help. I'll be back Monday for Make It Monday, and if I can answer any questions, let me know. Also, don't forget tonight at midnight or all day tomorrow, the 24-hour stamp sale. Every stamp in the annual catalog is discounted, except for the host sets. So get your lists ready, and if I can help you or answer any questions, please reach out to me. You all have a great day. We will talk soon. Happy stamping.